It's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant. TP Way the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs.
Sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant.
Hey, Shooter, you at home right now? Get back in there. I was kicked off.
Sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant.
It's your guy.
What you gotta say to the camera?
Yes, sir. TP Way the Giant.
Knowing is all you want to. We built for this shit. We don't fold, motherfucker. We don't fucking fold.
Son, I gotta do better than this.
Sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, your New York Giant Lieutenants is back in action. Yes, sir, man. Thank you all for rocking with me. Thank you all for the love that y'all have been showing, especially and particularly this past week. Our last episode was a complete banger, and we wouldn't be able to rock out, without y'all love and support. And speaking of that, man, I just want to go ahead and take this time to make sure I let y'all know, man, that y'all need to handle your business, man. Handle your business right now and subscribe, not only to this channel, but in my top left, we have Jorge from Born for Sports, a.k.a. a member of the 330 crew, a.k.a.
Yes, sir.
the OG of the Lieutenants, a.k.a. I'm going to call him Mr. Knowledgeable, man, because he gonna feed us with the knowledge, man. He gonna remind us about the stuff that we didn't see with our own eyes, and he was gonna make sure he fill us in, from the perspective of the fan base that is actually boots on the ground at the game, man. Because I tell people all the time, watching it on TV, yes, it's a good thing, man. Yes, you'll be able to see what's what, and yes, I'm not taking that away from anybody. But it is different when you are actually there at the stadium, in the environment. There's little, intricate details that you'll be able to pick up that us at home won't be able to get. So, Jorge, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good, baby. Good to be back. Good to be back.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, it's a good time. Giants preseason just happened. Training camp been looking good. Hey, listen, man, it's getting started, B.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I tried my very, very best, man. You dropped a preseason, what you thought about the preseason game that just passed. I tried my very best, man, not to watch that thing, man, because even when I was on the road, I wanted to listen to it, but I wanted to make sure I hold tight because I wanted our interaction to be just as natural as possible. But best believe,
for sure.
After this, I got no reason to wait. I'm gonna go ahead and tune in, man. So
appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, y'all definitely think y'all should do the same thing. And also at the top right, we have the I'm not even gonna say comedian, man. He's just gifted as far as comedy is concerned when it comes to this TikTok thing, man. I love waiting on his reactions in the TikTok game. I also truly enjoy anytime that he puts up a video and him and old school aka his pops, get that thing going on the Giant Way. My man David from the Giant Way is with us, man. Another half of the NYG Lieutenants. How you feeling?
Sir.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm excited to be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, look, man. Let's go ahead. Since we talking to David right now, man, I figured we start with David. Let me just catch up with this chat real quick. Taquan Lewis, man. Giant salute to you, man. Thank you for tuning in, man.
Goody, bro.
We appreciate you. This week has been a busy week, of course. I can't express how happy I am to know that we have that aura back. The word dog has been thrown around for a few guys, and it just seems like it is all over the place, right? David had his opinion about Kayvon Thibodeau, right? I want to make sure, because, it's one thing to see it in text. I want you to go ahead and voice your opinion, and let me make sure that what I read is the right thing before I jump on your case, man. So talk to me. What is your overall opinion when it comes to Kayvon?
First things first, I want to point out that I'm wearing a authentic Kayvon jersey. So what I'm about to say is truly just criticism, and I am a fan of Kayvon, but I just don't think he's ready. Like I have not seen enough from him to say, okay, we got us one that we're gonna sign another contract. In my opinion, Kayvon has not earned a second contract with us yet. That's the only thing that I'm gonna say right now at this moment.
All right, what more does he have to do?
He has to create pressure on his own. That's the biggest thing. On his own, because you can't give me that look, because we brought in Brian Burns to create pressure. And
No. Hell no. We can't say that we brought Brian Burns in just to make a complete difference of what Dex and Kayvon Thibodeau has been doing.
Just Dex.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass.
All right, man. All right. So, I am hearing what you said. I am hearing it right this time. So I know there's no mistaking. Okay, first of all, you are completely discrediting Kayvon Thibodeau, man. Like, he creates pressure. If there's not something that he doesn't do, he creates pressure. Now, I'll give you setting the edge. I'm with you. Okay, dropping back in zone, which we all agree we don't like that shit. I'm with you, right? Hustling on every play, I see it from him.
You see him hustling?
Yes, I see him
every
hustling.
Play.
I can't get
reaching.
Yes, I see him hustling the way I would like a DN to hustle. I definitely see that. I definitely see him going. I definitely see him from the opposite side, making tackles on the whole other side of the football field. I see that from Kayvon Thibodeau.
In the first half, yeah, definitely.
Yo, we can't say that he has a problem getting pressure when he has recorded double-digit sacks. He has double-digit sacks.
Okay, again, but stats don't tell the whole. The stats don't tell the whole thing. There's content behind those stats. So therefore, how much of that was from him getting to the quarterback on his own, or was that pressure from Dex and him just getting to the quarterback? It's a difference, man.
Bro, you giving Dex way too much credit, yo.
No, I'm not. Stop.
You giving Dex way too much credit. Okay, so you mad at him for doing his job?
No, I'm not.
But that's what he got.
But as far as him being the man and the number one or number 5 overall pick, bro, nah. Come on, man. He has not given us that production at all. Stop it. I'm not gonna sit here and let you say that, brother.
That is absolutely. It is absolutely crazy that we are saying Kayvon Thibodeau is having a problem rushing the quarterback.
And I know I'm not the only person that feels that way. I know that for a fact.
I'm not talking about them because they don't know what the hell they talking about. I'm not talking about
they
them.
do, bro.
No, bro. You know where this is coming from? Like, for most people, you know where this whole conversation with Kayvon Thibodeau is coming from? It's coming from them watching training camp videos. That's where it's coming from.
It's not.
They never said this when the season was done and ended with, and they never said, "Oh, Kayvon Thibodeau needs to do better."
Brother, if you go look on my TikTok, I have a video of me being disappointed when we drafted him. I'm not making this up. I've had this stance since he's coming to the NFL. I've had this stance since he's coming to the NFL.
That's where this is coming from. Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad he said that. I'm glad he said that.
I give him though he's consistent. He did say since he made a video since the time he was drafted.
But you know what? That just means that he's holding on to a failing point.
No, I'm not. I'm holding on to the same thing. I'm holding on to the same exact stance.
But why
He can't hold the edge. He can't. He has gotten better with his rushes. I'll give him that. That's going to come with time. But as far as him taking over the game and all right, Kayvon, it's third down. I need you to do what you're going to do. I haven't seen that from him.
He hasn't
consistently.
He hasn't taken over games.
Bro, you still talking about Washington, and you was talking about the Jets. What other games did he take over?
Yo, you just took 2 games away from me.
Baltimore Ravens, bro.
Okay, Baltimore Ravens, great. He won us the last series.
Good team, baby.
Great.
Look,
Great.
listen,
I'm not
hey,
saying
listen,
that. Great.
And
But what else?
I'll give you more. Dallas for sure. And look, I'm not the type of guy that's just going to say, hey, listen, Kayvon Thibodeau, he gets a sack. All right, he gets a point. No, he also creates super pressure that is not talked about enough.
And also, how many times?
Gets help. He definitely gets help.
How many times? Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Sure.
How many times did this man get held? And we are sitting in the stands with my people, me sitting on the couch on the road, and I'm like, what the hell? Why did they not call that? That happens a lot. And
it's a difference. Hold on. It's a difference
Go ahead.
for Brian. Okay, so you guys know how they went to the summit, right? That defensive end summit, right? Or whatever, that pass rusher summit. It's a difference when you have one person teaching it and one person attending it. Brian Burns was teaching. Kayvon was attending. It's a difference. He's there. It's different levels to it, brother. I'm sorry. He's not there. He's not there yet.
I'll just say, I'll respond to that, Dave. I'll respond to that. But, I don't have a problem with that because, you know what? Burns has been in the league longer. They're good friends. They're teammates now. I actually applaud both ends of it. I actually applaud Burns showing leadership, saying, hey, let's get better. Let's get better. Let me show you what I do, what I've been doing since before you got into the league. Let's do this together. And I applaud Kayvon for humbling himself and saying, you know what? I'm good. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it like this. I'm not here to say that Kayvon has been like the top pass rusher in that draft class or anything like that. But I think you're kind of like underrating him a little bit. I do.
I agree.
I mean,
and also in that draft class, who you got better?
I mean, it's Aiden Hutchinson and who else?
I told you the person. I told y'all the person that I wanted. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, and by the order of draft, Hutchinson got drafted before him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said in our group chat, I wanted George Karlaftis from the Chiefs. That's who I wanted because again, it's more than just rushing football. It's can you withstand this tackle that's trying to push you out, and can you make a play in the backfield? We have not seen that from him.
Okay, so in regards to Karlaftis, all right, who I think is a solid player for Kansas City. In regards to that, don't you think he benefits from Chris Jones?
100%.
Well,
100%.
But you're saying he's better, right? Are you saying that he's better than Kayvon? Not Chris Jones, Karlaftis. You're saying that you rather have him, right?
So
because Dex gets more of the credit for Kayvon sacks. Well, how much of the credit does Karlaftis get when Chris Jones is making all that? Because we're talking about a dog. Chris Jones is the best DT in the game, baby. So it's like we got to take it for what it is. Like every great pass rusher, especially when they're young, they benefit from someone doing their job, eating blocks, especially when you got a dog like Dex, when you got a dog like Chris Jones. A lot of those guys are going to get those pressures and get those credit for that, whether it's generated one-on-one off the snap tip from him or what. That's just the name of the game. DTs normally their sack rates are not even that high anyway. All pressures are not that high unless you're Aaron Donald, Dexter Lawrence, or Chris Jones. So you know what? A lot of times it's the D line they play those team games where they have different rushing formations. You know that. So it's like it's kind of like you can't really go there.
Hey, let me just say this real quick.
I want him to be better. Don't get me wrong. I do. And we've talked about this many times, all three of us. He has to be better on the edge. He has to be better.
Oh, hey,
Has
let
to.
me say that. Let me say this.
You know
Let
what
me
I'm
say this.
saying?
I just wanna make sure if I don't say this now, I'm gonna forget it and I'm gonna be mad at myself. Yo, I'm about to come up with a nickname for you, and it's gonna have to do it with something about how you just are able to wrap a point around and just completely just smash a major point in such an elegant way. This is about like the third or fourth time I've seen you do this shit. That was a brilliant way to just wrap this whole thing around. David, when do you have to, then don't you, because I don't want you to jump around and skip that point that he just made. What do you have to say with the comparison to Chris Jones at the Chiefs?
I mean, obviously Chris Jones, he's been doing it for a really long time, but let's be real, man. He fading out. And I feel like Dex, and excuse me, Dex is that nigga, like for real, like straight up. Like you have to put two people on him because if you don't, he's gonna abuse that whoever you put on him. And I feel like
Then Chris, you make the All Pro last season.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you feel like Chris Jones is fading out, or do you
I
feel
mean,
like he's faded out?
listen, I'm gonna say he do what he do, but his time is coming to an end.
But has it came to an end just yet?
We gonna see. We gonna
But I'm
see.
saying, so right now we're talking about what we have in front of us as far as Kayvon and your boy.
So as far as that, I always got to pick. I'm gonna pick Dex over anything. But Kayvon and Karlaftis, I'm gonna have to see, dog, because I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I don't watch no other team but the Giants.
Me neither. I'm with you.
I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Giants fan. So yes, I hear stuff about the other players, but dog, if you ain't got that NY on your helmet, I could care less what you doing. I don't care.
I dig it, baby. I dig it. I dig it.
I'm here and there with them, but yeah,
but I ain't gonna lie. I watch around the league, but it's always Big Blue number one, baby.
Yeah. I'm the same way, Jorge. Like I tune in, but it's not one. I pay attention more to the NFC East than I do any other team. But outside of the NFC East, there's not one particular team that I could give you that much information about. Well, if I catch them, I catch them. But my main focus is the NFC East and the NFC in general. But listen, my thing is this, and I'm gonna just make sure I say this. Kayvon Thibodeau, I think right now is just getting the backlash from, and this is not, I'm not talking about you per se, but I'm just saying right now I think that he's getting the backlash from fans who keep looking at these damn videos, man. These training camp videos. He was going against Sewell over there of the Lions, who is a monster. And just because they were getting some good work in, they start questioning all that Kayvon Thibodeau has been a part of. Yeah, now, listen, last season was his first season playing a full year, and people don't understand that. So it's double-digit year. You have to give him some type of credit to say that he is somebody that you cannot sleep on. Now, is he better than Dex? Is he better than Burns when it comes to creating pressure? No, we're not going to say that. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be. But what I'm saying is, when we talk about the big three, when it comes to that defensive line or when it comes to that defense or whatever, let's put some respect on his name and make sure we add him to that list, man. We can't violate him.
Only his third year.
He at the bottom of the list, though. He at the bottom of the list, though. That's what I'm saying.
I'll take it as long as he's on the list.
Yeah.
As long as he's on the list.
So I'm gonna just say this. So it's my issue's not really Kayvon. It's just if you look at how he came into the NFL and like kind of like how arrogant he was, which is fine. That's cool. Arrogance, confidence, that's great. But then I see you getting lifted off your feet 3 yards down.
It happens at the end,
it happens
consistently the whole game, bro.
It don't happen consistently, bro.
Eagles and Cowboys, my man was getting tossed. Come on, y'all. We got to keep it 100.
That rookie year, he came in injured. He got injured in preseason. And, he had to work his way. Listen, sometimes guys are not going to come in the league and just dominate like that. Now,
and he got bigger. That's what I give him credit
for.
Yeah,
he got swole this year. No doubt about it. And, I always looked at Kayvon, his skill set to me, because I watch college football. I always looked at Kayvon like, I didn't look at him like a Strahan type, you know, of a pass rusher coming into the league when we drafted. I looked at him more as OC Umenyiora. That's the way I looked at him.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Oh no, Dave, come on, Dave.
Come
Be
on,
good
bro.
to the guy.
Come on,
Dave,
Don't do
come
that. Don't
on
even
now.
do
It's
OC like
crazy,
that, bro. OC
Yeah.
was the
Oh, my
kung fu
God.
master.
Well,
with
if you
hands.
remember, not for nothing, like, and I love OC. You know, I listen. I love OC. He was one of my guys. Listen, True Blue, always rep it, baby, always rep it. But let's be honest. Compared to who he played with, and I'm not talking about the first couple of years. I'm talking about when the NASCAR package got full. OC was not ahead of Strahan. He was not ahead of Tuck. He was not ahead of JPP.
No.
Let's be honest. Prime
That's
JPP, he was a dog.
That's
OC never played the run. Let's be honest.
Right.
And I love him. And
Right.
I love him. I love OC, but he never played the run. He never played the run well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I always looked at Kayvon like an OC type a ceiling, and that's okay. You know, because OC gave us 11 sacks a season easy when he was in his prime with us. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of that was because Strahan helped him out, just like Dex is helping out Kayvon. So let's let him develop. It's only his third year. Might be a breakout year. 11 sacks last year. He's got to be better. He's got to improve. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Let's catch up with this chat real quick.
Yes,
the Ghost Dog Blue 76 says,
Yes, sir.
yeah, salute to the lieutenants. Yes, man. Giant salute to you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with us. The Man Cave. Yo, what's good, fellas? Salute to the All
Man
Matty
Cave.
panel. Smash that like button, subscribe, and share on all social media platforms. Giant salute to the Man Cave,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Here's also
Yes, sir.
somebody, listen, if you need that info, if you need that other take, man, make sure you do your due diligence, man,
Yeah.
and go ahead to the Man
I
Cave
saw his channel.
page,
He's
man.
got a good channel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very informative, man. Very informative. KT definitely has a high ceiling. This year, 3 for him. Let's see it on the field. Personally think this is his takeoff year. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I think this is going to be a big year for him. He doesn't have to carry that load like he once had to have. And yeah, man. Who are they going to pick? They got to pick their poison.
Best D-line in the division, baby.
For sure.
Best D-line in the division. They going to see soon.
For sure. We have Kiana Scales. Says such an interesting debate. Giant salute to Kiana Scales.
Salute.
Thank you for tuning
Kiana.
in and rocking with us. Look, I just wanted to make sure that I just take this time, man. I know I did it, when we first started.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
we hear you.
Good, baby. You good?
But I just wanted to thank y'all again, man, for each and every person that has been subscribing, man. Y'all been showing out. We appreciate y'all. Thank you. Keep making sure that you rocking with us. Keep making sure that you are tuned in, and we're gonna keep this ball rolling. So look, as far as that crazy ass week that we just let pass, man, we've been all over the media. We've been the talk of the town. For real. All off season, we've really been the talk of the town, man. Between Hard Knocks, the moves that we have made. It's been wild, right? But
back.
Of course, we have had our scuffles. I would say. I don't even want to call them. I don't want to call them fights. I'll call them scuffles. It's so crazy.
Beatdowns.
It's so crazy that before that happened, I tweeted. I was just like, "Yo, when are we gonna have our first fight?" Because to me, in my opinion, maybe it's that kind of like old school way of thinking. But to me, I'm like, yo, you ain't having a real camp until you get a couple of, scuffles or what's so.
Right.
So I tweeted that. And then the very next day, we got it shaking with the Lions, man. First of all, let me ask y'all about Daniel Jones, man. What is y'all personal take about him deciding that, look, I'm going to mix it up with the linemen and actually get busy, man? Jorge, man, talk to us.
Well, I had mixed emotions on that, and it's for 2 different reasons. Number one, at first, my first instinct, of course, I'm like, Good shit, DJ. Let's go. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah. You got the bid going and all that. Yeah, let's show me something. Show me some energy. Show me that you really want this.
Yep.
Show me that you really, really are there and is willing to get it shaken by any means necessary for your team. I love that part of it. I did. I loved it. I was like, you know what? This guy is actually showing a pulse. He's showing that this job matters to him and that, you know what? I know that my ass is to the fire this year, and I know there's a lot of people doubt me, and I want to go out there and show them that I'm going to do whatever it takes by any means to get it done and take us to the playoffs and be better. I love that part of it. So don't get what I say next twisted. I loved it, and it impressed me. However, the other side of that coin with me is, shit, DJ, you coming off ACL. Get your ass out of that pile. I don't trust none of them line players.
Yeah.
Get out of there. Let your linemen and teammates handle that, please. I was just like, man, but I'm glad nothing happened. And since nothing happened, I can sit here and say, unequivocally, I loved it. I loved it because it shows me he cares. He's got too many times, you know. And listen, I'm not going to kill him too much for it because I went through this with Eli. You know, he won us 2 Super Bowls. Not everybody is going to be the fiery personality. But I just think with what's on the line this year for him, it is important that he shows he gives a fuck about what's going on for his teammates, for himself, and I loved it. So kudos to DJ. You know what I'm saying? I respect it, and I'm glad to see that he got out of there. But going forward, let's get ready for week 1, baby.
Hey, look, the Big Dash Nose says the Century Red jersey.
Yes,
sir. Hey, look, yo, I just want to let it be known, man. I'm with him. I got the damn pants. You know what I mean? I let him know, like, yo, I'm with him. I'm gonna put a picture. I'm gonna post a picture and let people know how I sported it and all of that. Look, my wife was like, "Hey, babe, that actually looks good." So, hey, I got a couple stamp approvals. I just left the mall, man. I was getting stopped all day today. Everybody was just saying, "Yo, I actually like them joints, man." I heard
it's fire in person.
I heard no bad comments. You know what I mean? But yeah, yo,
can't wait to get mine, bro. Can't wait to get mine. I love them.
I thought I'd go all the way and was like, yo, I'm going to hit him with the khaki look on him. You know what I mean? Big Dash says, what's good, peoples, fellas? Salute. Big Dash Souls, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Sir.
The Man Cave. You see me, right? You see it. The Man Cave, man. Giant salute to the Man Cave for sure. But yeah, David, man, talk to me, man. How did you feel? We're gonna get it. Also, we're gonna get into your comments that you had about DJ, but we'll touch on this real quick.
I mean, like my man Jorge said, I mean, it's definitely good to see him get in there and mix it up a little bit. If he didn't have his teammates' respect, he definitely got it now, for sure.
No doubt.
But just like my man Jorge said, you know, stay up out of there, man. Let the big boys handle it. You know, you came in for the rescue, but after that, let's not see that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're important to the team, baby. You made your point. Fall back, baby.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's one of those things where, like, it's one of those situations where because it worked is why I like it. But if something bad would have happened, I would have been on his ass. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
But I mean, even if something bad would have happened to him, like, you still gotta respect it. At the end of the day,
I wouldn't have respected that.
His
I'm not gonna lie to you.
On the ground, brother.
I would have been pissed. Now listen. I'm gonna say this. I mean, this is like no brainer football, like not even one-on-one. This is like preschool level football. Everyone knows, man, when you are the quarterback, your job is to stay out of that because you are QB1 especially. Right. We need you to be healthy.
Coming off ACL too, like
even if your guy is on the ground, you let your squad handle that.
Yeah.
You are not supposed to. Now, David, trust me, I am with you, bro. Like, I am extremely happy that I seen him do that because I kind of deep dived into it. I was like, yo, he did that shit knowing that one, this is his last year. He has no more, time to prove after this. And knowing how big this year is for him, the fact that he risked that to like put that message out there and let it be known, I am going to ride with my team. I'm like, yo, that's my quarterback.
This matters to me. This matters to me. Like this season is everything to me. My teammates matter, and I'm all in, all the way together. Sink or swim is for me, and I'm trying to do it for my team. So I gotta respect that. Just that's it. No more of that. That's all I ask.
No more.
Week 1, baby.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I also think, man, like, I know DJ's fight got a lot of attention. I know Malik Neighbors' fight got a lot of attention. But I just think overall, if you really paid attention to who was getting into those scuffles and how many scuffles there were and how they started and just the aggressiveness that you've seen from everybody, the thing that I enjoyed the most is knowing that everybody has been on the same page. Okay. Everybody on this roster is on the same type of time. Let's take it to them. They not taking it to us. The years of that happening is over with. You know what I mean? And I just thought that was just a dope thing as far as the aura is concerned. And
no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
You know what I mean?
I totally agree with you because it's like let's just break it down. Last year they had the joint practices with Detroit, and they got manhandled. Let's be honest. Detroit took it to them. It was all over on the internet every day. It was just like, wow, the talent discrepancy is so drastic. Oh man, the Giants are just getting back down. And then they had a purpose this year when they came in here and said, not here. Not in our house. You're not doing that to us this time. We dealt with it last year, but we here to show that we different and we trying to get up to where y'all at one day. So what it starts today. You're not coming in here because this year we got dogs and we not letting y'all come in here and doing that. So I love what I saw.
I love it. And I love that. I love it. And when you heard Kayvon Thibodeau when he was mic'd up, he let it be known. He was like, yo, listen, that Coach Dable, they think we don't have an identity, right? Well, let's give them one. Like, first of all, that just showed me, like, yo, they hear this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that just let me be known, like, look, they are carrying that shit on their shoulders. So that also is, that's why I think we're going to end up, taking it to Philly because I believe that, they are fed off of that. Mm-hmm. And I just think the energy right now, man, the energy is really, really good.
It's legit.
Ghost Dog Blue 76 is, I don't know why people was clowning them Century Red shits look clean. Yo, I think
it was more about the pants, to be honest.
I was just about to say that. I
think that because the jersey is dope. I love
the pants. Don't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
we gonna be cool though. It's all good. We gonna look good on Sunday.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. I think there's a better option as pants is concerned. For sure. But I rock with the pants. I think once this is where they went wrong, man. When they introduced the jerseys out to the world, did anybody notice that they had no accessories at all? They had no arm wear.
Yeah.
They had no they
no
didn't
swag.
freak them. No swag to it. No gloves for real.
Yeah.
You had people who wear gloves in the game. When they put those pictures out, they had no gloves. And then on top of that, everybody had on generic black cleats and all of that, and just nobody was able to freak it. So I think it was set up to look bad. And then the mannequin, or the guy, I don't know if it was a real person or a mannequin.
It was a mannequin.
Okay, who had the 24?
Yeah.
He looked He looked unathletic as shit. He didn't look like no football player. He looked like a soccer player that was wearing the jersey. Right. So
and I also think there's an element to it too, because it's supposed to big up the back in the day history of these older franchises like the Giants, like the Steelers, and those teams. The The Steelers century whatever throwbacks were so bad. The Packers one was so bad that everyone just jumped on the Giants like, oh God, these things are terrible. And they didn't give it time to just, process and see it. I love the red. I love the red jersey. I love it. And
the jersey's dope.
The jersey is fire, bro.
I think the helmet go. I think the helmet go crazy with it too. But
yeah,
I just think they should have just did a whole package for it, like all together, instead of like trying to stitch different decades together, because that's what they did. Like this is not no regular jersey that the Giants have worn before. This is a combination of parts, of the uniform. So I feel like they should have just did a designated one that just went all together and just looks clean. But
look, Big Dash knows. He had a video that I seen where he kind of spoke to the fact that, like, actually back in the day, they had some, I think it was red joints or something like, or blue or red, one of them. They actually had pants that would have, fit perfectly. Right. It says blue or red pants would have been fire. Now, for sure.
I saw online somebody had like Photoshop like blue pants, red pants, and white pants, and that shit hit.
Bro, any color from that jersey, pants wise, will look good because they go together. But
exactly, it's tough to not focus on the tan when it came out, because, and like you said, that mannequin and all of that, it looked at first. It took a minute to process, but this is what it is. Let me get that jersey. But props to you, TP. You rocking the pants. Keep doing it, baby.
Man, hey, man, look, man, I'm with us. You know what
Big
I mean?
Blue, baby. You rock them shit, bro.
Big Dash Snow says we had blue pants in 1935. See what I'm saying? Like, we would have been straight with those. But I think we kind of was like overthinking it just a little bit. And, I don't think they're bad. But I say all of that to say, like, honestly, I really don't think they're like bad. I think once you see them on field, once you see players kind of freak them a little bit, it's gonna rub off on people, whatever.
Right,
but I had to be funny today. I put the khakis on just like to try to put something together to say like, yo, I'm gonna post a picture. I'm gonna post a picture soon.
right.
Like, yo, you can pull it off. But let's talk about David, man, and his comments, man. Yo, I don't know if we exposed him or what?
But never exposed. Just honest.
Again, listen, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. And again, this was a text message exchange, so I want to hear the actual words rather than reading it through text, because maybe I read something wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones. All right, we know, for those who are new, for those who haven't been tuned into the past videos, right? There is nobody on this panel right here that has spoken a higher praise about Daniel Jones than David.
Right.
It has gotten to the point to where like some of it is like outlandish.
They think I'm delusional.
Yeah, like, and you admitted to the delusion. You admitted to being the delusional fan, right? But ladies and gentlemen, I think we got him. I think we got him, because for the first time, I have heard doubt coming from his mouth, man. So again, I'm going to give you the floor, allow you to explain yourself, okay? And if it is what I think I am hearing, I'm on it. Right,
so let's just be clear. All I said was that I was worried and that I already have memes for if Daniel Jones fails me. I'm a content creator, so I'm always in my bag, always in my bag. So if I see something, I think about it, I hit that save, and I'm like, all right, this is how I can apply it, this is how I can do this, that, and the third. I say that to say this. Yes, I am a huge Daniel Jones fan. Delusional. I think he's the greatest thing walking right now. You can't tell me. You can't tell me any different. But I'm a realist, and I see with my own eyes. So the thing that scares me is that he holds on to the ball too long. He just simply holds on to it too long. And I'm talking about in practice when the wide receivers is just running routes and my man's not getting pressured at all, he's still hesitating to let it go. So that's the only thing that scares me for him, because it's just like, hey, brother, these guys can get open. You got to let that thing fly. You got to let it fly now. There should be no hesitation. Let it go. But I don't know what goes on with his clock in his head where he feel like he got more time than he actually do. But that's my only worry with him, for real.
See, that's my issue. That's my issue with you fans, man. That is just digging way too deep into these training camp videos. Now, listen, if you would have said, like, okay, from the perspective of certain plays that you have seen him in games, okay, maybe I could have understood that. But we are talking about, like you said, drills in practice that we don't know exactly what it is that they are working on. So how can you look at a video from them not getting any pressure, from them being in practice, and saying, yo, DJ is holding on to the ball too long? I don't get that.
It's the anticipation. I mean, we all played football. We all know that as soon as the wide receiver breaks, the ball needs to be gone. That doesn't matter what drill they're running.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
If they running just skeleton routes, bro, they're just running routes. They're not doing nothing special. He just throwing the ball. That's it.
So if you hold on to the ball a second longer, and you know that the receiver is going to eventually get a step on a man, versus him not even breaking to the point to where they are side by side, you're going to release it a little bit earlier.
Sometimes you have to. If we talking about actual live game, no play is perfect.
But then that's when you blame Daniel Jones for throwing a ball that is not completed, or throwing an interception, or
I'm a context guy. You know that, man. You should know that by now. That
but that's what I'm
very big on context.
But that's what I'm saying. As far as drills is concerned, it could mean anything. Like,
but the knock on Daniel Jones in the NFL is that his decision making is terrible. That's the knock on him.
And look, I agree. I'm not gonna say terrible, but I agree to that point. I agree
that's what the league's saying, not me. That's what the league is saying.
I'm gonna say this. I agree that there is anticipation issues. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it's trash. I'm not gonna say it's like the worst. I don't believe to that degree, but I agree that there are some anticipation issues. I agree to that. And I would 100% agree with you if you are to pull it from, the game.
In the game, there's no actual film, though, because my man is running for his life. There's no film that I can show you.
And that's my point. That's my point. Is can we separate all of these different scenarios? I just don't think practice.
But football is a game of scenarios, so that's why I'm a little bit lost on this.
But practice don't matter.
Bro, it does matter. You have to stop saying that. Listen, if I had a smack sound, I would be hitting it right now, because practice matters, brother. Everything that we do in practice translates to the field. What are you talking about?
All right, so let me ask you this. So look, this is how I'm about to get it, right? If you have horrible practices, but you go out and you win games.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. So if we have a horrible practice the whole week, yes, you're gonna have the mindset like, oh, I don't know if we ready yet. Practice was kind of iffy. Muggs was dropping the balls. We was missing tackles. We had too many penalties on special teams. You're not worried about that?
You're falling right into my trap. You're
not worried. That's not a trap.
You're not. Look, I'm gonna tell you why. Because let's go back into history, right? There's a guy named David Tyree. And there's a guy named David Tyree who made one of the greatest
the whole week.
Great.
Exactly. That's one person though.
That's an example.
It's very different talking about a wide receiver and a quarterback in practice, brother. Come on, it's not even the same.
So now we talking positions.
We was talking about Daniel Jones the whole time.
What I'm telling you is practice. All right. All right, hold on. Let me catch up with the chat right here because I want to address this shit, right? If you get the 3 Mississippis, that ball better be going, bro.
Thank you.
All right, but look, okay, so look, let me tell you why that's unfair. Because all of the quarterbacks that you love, they don't have that same train of thought. They get way more than 3 Mississippi. Tom Brady had 10 Mississippi back there.
And he had an all-pro offensive line. How many
But I'm
offensive
just
linemen
saying.
went off?
I'm just
so
saying. But it don't
you
matter.
can't compare, brother.
it don't matter. But
It's
what
not
I'm
the
saying,
same.
no, listen, football is football. There's different schemes. There's different plays that you run that
100%.
require for a quarterback to have more time. And
Right.
then there's also, if you have 3 linemen down or you have guys up there that's not made to put pressure on the quarterback, you expect for your offensive line to win that battle. So
Yes.
I'm just saying at different times and different schemes, like it's not always that 3 Mississippi rule is what I'm just saying.
And you're absolutely right. Like you're 100%. Sometimes, that play action boot, that may take 5 seconds. But again, that's a certain play and you have to scheme for that. We can't just start the opening play with the play action. It's not going to work. We have to run the ball first. Correct?
Not necessarily.
Typically you want to throw the play action after you run the ball.
Okay, typically. I'm a word person, bro. I can't help it. But you typically, yes.
So typically,
right.
so all I'm saying is that with him making his choices, our whole playbook is based off of getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Everything that we've doing, yes, we have shot plays, but if you look at the gist of it, it's a 3-second play. It's either underneath or we throwing a screen or we throwing some type of quick route. That's it. That is to help Daniel Jones because now we have guys that can take the ball no matter where you give it to them and get 10 yards, get 15 yards, take it to the house. It's different now, brother. It's different.
Okay, Big Dash Nose says, let's be honest. DJ's anticipation has been
It's
trash.
been terrible, dog.
Yes, that's exactly. I'm holding it, fellas. I'm letting y'all go.
Go ahead, Jorge. Chime in, brother. Chime in.
No, I'm loving the feedback, but honestly, I can't just ignore it, TP, because I've said this in other shows. For me, with DJ, it's about anticipation throws. He's not been good at that in his year 6, and also, reading on game time in real time, going through processing on the field. He processes slow to me a lot of times. Now, I've also acknowledged that some of that is because of the offensive line,
and
not
wide receivers,
and the wide receivers not really being good enough to get open or those type of things. There's always reasons for stuff, but the facts are the facts. And so I've always been one on that thing where, you know what, I'm like, man, his anticipation throw. And let's be honest, even at the time as a rookie, the knock on him was his pocket presence. He never felt pressure good enough around him. Hence, a lot of fumbles in the first year too. So it's like it's just one of those things where, I see both of your points and stuff, but the bottom line is this: DJ has to be better, and he know it. He's
got to see blitzes as well, man.
He's
there's some times where I'm like, bro, you didn't see him sitting right here? Like, you don't see him?
Then what is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do, though?
You have your tackle calling it out. Hey, right here, right? Hot route, right?
You can call it out all you want to. But what are they going to do? I'm saying
you fix the protection. You slide the protection to where the man's coming from.
But there's a difference between saying you're going to do something and then actually doing it. What I'm telling you is there has been multiple times when that offensive line has looked completely confused. They don't know what is going on out there.
We all know this. Yes, we know this. But now we are talking about Daniel Jones because right now we are all under the impression that the O-line is fixed. So now what are we talking about? So now we have to talk about Daniel Jones. What are you doing in this pocket? Are you stepping up in the pocket? Are you getting rid of it quickly? Are you feeling the pressure to move outside of the pocket? You got to.
But this is my thing, and this is why I feel like when people ask, what is Daniel Jones like? Why does he get these excuses? Is because, I'm sorry, I can't ignore the reasoning for everything that y'all are naming, right? So, for example, I remember when everybody was talking about the turnovers that he continuously had in the pocket, right? Because every time it was like damn near they knew to go for the ball when it came to Daniel
Yeah,
Jones,
because
and he was coughing up the ball.
Yeah.
But what happened the very next year? Like
Joe
literally,
He worked on it.
the very next year, it was completely different. Completely
Yes.
different. Matter of fact,
Yeah, he improved it.
he
year
led
two
like
from year one.
he led the lead and not turning over the rock.
But where
And
do you get that improvement from?
But listen, I'm about to land. What I'm saying is this: there has been so many things to that fell into why. Like, all right, boom. I agree. The anticipation thing is a problem, right? But okay, you adjust your pocket presence. You adjust trying to protect the rock, right? Also, you're getting killed. Also, you're dealing with a receiving core that is not going to create separation
At all.
So you have to deal with that. And then we're talking about at the end of the day, the result is Daniel Jones' anticipation.
Yes, because
So
you're
I
missing the point. All the things that you just talked about have been addressed. We have weapons. Our offensive line is better. So now it's on Daniel. He has to conduct himself in a proper way in this pocket. So that is what people are saying. You have no excuse.
But they're not saying that, though. They're not saying that.
What are they saying?
Okay, I forget. Are you on Twitter?
No, I don't
Okay, all right. So that maybe that's why I'm getting fed a lot of bullshit on Twitter. And maybe
please get off.
All right, so look, I know, but look, the only reason why I got on Twitter is because I was pushed to first of all be more engaged.
Social media, I got you.
So there's a lot of information up there and videos and shit.
It is.
That's to the side. I will say this: there are people out there right now, right, who are not even with. There are people out there right now who are not even with the fact that it's like, yo, it is game time for Daniel Jones this year. Like, they're not even with the fact that, yo, this is his last chance. There are people out there that want him done now, who already says this season is done now. Like, F DJ.
Who cares? Who cares?
You're right.
Regardless of what anyone thinks, Daniel Jones is our quarterback this year. It doesn't matter if you don't like him. It does not matter. There is nothing in the world that you can do right now to not make Daniel Jones our quarterback unless he gets hurt. And then if he gets hurt, we just seen what we got in Drew Lock. We just seen what we have in DeVito. So I don't understand why everybody wants Daniel to get hurt. And another thing is, you should want Daniel to be successful for the 800th time, because now with this next draft coming up, bruh, we can make our team better. We don't have to spend a first-round pick on a quarterback. We can spend that on a cornerback or another defensive tackle, because everybody knows the cornerback position is the real question mark. We still don't even know who our QB or our CB2 is.
I think we're gonna make something happen. I think we're gonna do something.
And Gilmore's on his way to Minnesota. He on his way here. So what are we doing with that?
Oh, word! I didn't heard that. That's true.
Even Gilmore's on his way to Minnesota.
Yeah, he's supposed to fly into Minnesota Monday and go meet with them. He's probably going to sign over there. But I ain't afraid of Gilmore, to be honest. He's going the other way. But he is an improvement with what they
definitely been throwing that shit to neighbors for sure. He been putting it on them. And
yep.
That's another thing. Yeah, bro. You're nah.
Practice matters. Anything over 3 seconds is a bet. Hey,
he ain't lying.
Big Dash says, I want in on this convo. Send me the link. Yo, hopefully,
join up, bro.
Hopefully
come through, Dash. Chop it up with us, baby.
Let me know if I need to send it in a different way or
this
whatever.
This is real stuff that we talking about here. Real issues.
All right, so boom. Anyway, I say all of this. I'm on this type of time where, like, I'm not even giving the wiggle room for people to even say no more. Like, this should happen, whatever this happened. Like, I'm on the type of time where I believe that DJ is going to do it, and it's going to be the matter of time where I just sit back and I'm just like, yo, I tried to tell y'all. Now, with that being said, if he does not do what I am telling y'all he is doing, best believe I will eat crow. Like, I will be the first one to be like, yo, I was
But you know
completely
some,
wrong.
some TP, like I look at it like this, man. Honestly, we know that Daniel Jones is really separated the fan base on the takes on what people believe he is. There's people out there that don't want Daniel Jones and say, you know what, I'm done with him. He sucks. He's this. He's that. And then there's other side that's like, hey man, it's not all on Daniel Jones. He showed he can do it. Let's keep giving him a chance. Let's keep giving him a chance. And then there's people like me and others that are just like, hey man, I just want to see because I'm in the middle because you know what? I'm trying to ignore what I see here, but I can't ignore what I see here. So I'm gonna wait. There is no excuse. There is none no more. So we will see this year. He's got the weapons. He's got the offensive line. I feel the offensive line is improved. I'm not saying they're going to be like top 3 or 5, but they are improved. They are better. Good enough to make plays work. The operation should be fluid more often than not. There is going to be what he needs now, the offensive line and weapons. There's no more excuses. So I'm on the fence with things because I want to see what happens. But the most important thing, I want to win. So if he's good, that's a good thing. And sooner or later, there'll be Giant fans that will jump on that and say, you know what? Hey, we winning. Maybe he is. Maybe the problem really was the offensive line and the receivers more than him. So we just going to have to see. It's sink or swim. I've said it many times. It's sink or swim. Dash, what's goody, baby?
Ladies and gentlemen. Yo, the NYG Lieutenants is on fire right now, man. I ain't even going.
Y'all doing y'all thing, man.
Talk my shit right now. Hold on, man. Look, I'm feeling myself right now, man. All right. Last week we had Cop Pizzle on the show, man. For those who have tuned in, look, thank y'all because y'all showed out with the views and the engagement and all of that. And look, I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. When it comes to this NYG Lieutenant thing, we only are having lieutenants up here, all right? That is the standard, okay? This week, it is Big Dash, man. What's up? What up, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, man?
Give my man the floor.
Yeah, man. The floor is yours, man. Talk to us, man.
Nah, I just wanted to join in the conversation, man. I like what you guys are talking about when it comes to Daniel Jones, being somebody that's been heavy Daniel Jones and off Daniel Jones and back on pause. But you know what I mean? Right now I feel like what Jorge was saying is true, man. It's this year for him, it is what it is. It's his last chance, and he is in control of his destination. As far as if he gonna be the New York Giants quarterback moving forward, he gotta prove it this year. And I think that's what everybody's thinking about. But TP, I'm telling you, man, when it comes to being able to just the anticipation, like Jorge said, the pocket awareness, all that. And David, you was in training camp, and shout out to you and your pops. That show was fantastic. I did watch that. You and your pops. That. Yo, there was a clip, right? This is practice. This is training camp, and everybody was like ooh and ahhing over Brian Burns' spin move, right? He did the spin move, slow motion. Daniel Jones didn't even see him coming. That's what people are talking about. Pocket awareness. It don't matter if you got 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. If you don't feel that pressure, you're not going to survive. And that's one of the main things about Daniel Jones. And I think that's why they sped him up in 2022. It was more of that one read stuff. But if you're going to pay this man $40 million, he got to be and operate like a $40 million quarterback. And I hope he can do it. No excuses. He got the weapons. We just saw a preseason game where even the backup offensive line looked good. The backups look good. Yes, we've never seen the first team look good, and now the backups are looking. I can't wait for next week against the Texans. I can't wait.
I can't wait. I need to see something. I'm foaming at the mouth to see the start of season.
Go ahead, David. No, I thought David. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the match and just piggyback off that. The other matchup that I want to see from the Texans, and hopefully we get to see it, and I want to see Diggs versus Banks, man, because I listen, I like Banks. I do. I really do. But he's too grabby, and I feel like he bites on that first move way too much.
Right.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. He's not afraid to come in and hit. I love that about him. He gonna come in and try to knock your head off. I love that. But like you said, Big Dash, he young, but hey, You want to be that number one guy? I want to see what you look like because ain't no
So
more
before
excuses.
we get into that, because look,
That's
you about to get me started on that. But before we get into that, right? My thing is this, right? I think we all can agree, right? I think we all on the same page that no matter what, like, and I even said, even if the offensive line is like super duper trash, which I don't think they're going to be, this is Daniel Jones' last chance. Like, no matter what, I think we could all agree. Boom, this is his last night. And I think
we revealed that on Hard Knocks, basically what Shane is thinking. The fact that they were even thinking about trying to trade up, trying to see what's going on there, if the right quarterback. And now I don't believe they were just going to take a quarterback to quarterback. It had to be the guy they want, which is the way they should be operating. Any good franchise only takes the quarterback that they want. They don't do that. They don't force it. So
hold on, I wanted to address because I know exactly the play we're talking about when Burns hit the spin move, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So my question is this: I want y'all to let me know what quarterback is seeing that shit though. Like he went unblocked. Like what are you gonna do?
No, I mean, like when we say he didn't see it, even after he threw the ball, he never knew Burns was there. He probably didn't see that till film. Like he didn't see, didn't see him at all.
Because we can't touch him now, so he really has no idea.
Like I could like if he would have saw it like after the fact, he never even knew he was there after the fact. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Pour a cup of coffee back there and everything. Like, yo, where you come from?
Who? Man, this was practice.
We didn't even see that though. We didn't even see that though.
Man.
He didn't feel the wind or nothing. It was crazy. I love the spin. I love the spin. That's the little things I look at. That when the little details I be looking at, like people like, oh, that's a wonderful play, but did you see that block by Azudu?
Yes, sir.
Did you see that though? Yeah.
All right, let me clear this up. Let me clear this up too. All right, practice matters, right? I keep saying practice doesn't matter, but practice matters, right? What I'm saying is practice don't matter to the degree that you're saying, though. I don't agree with that. I don't think that because, bro, like, listen, this is my whole theory about this whole practice thing. I think that practice is going to contribute in some way, shape, or form to the growth of what you become. No matter what it is. I think it's going to contribute to that. But I think whether you have a bad practice, whether you have a great practice, whether everything is clicking, whether nothing is hitting, I'm not with the whole diving all in and saying, yo, listen, we see all of this in practice. Like, oh, that is what it's going to be come game day. I just don't believe in that. Like, I've seen it both ways where that does not have been the case.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just want to remind y'all this last point. And my point is this. Y'all remember when Trey Hawkins, right? He was going off. And he was going off. Every day we was hearing about Trey Hawkins. And then I remember we heard about Darnay Holmes. Every day it was like Darnay Holmes was going off. And then when game time came, we like, yo, where's these guys that y'all keep talking about? Where they at? So, I mean, that's just kind of where I stand when it comes for that.
Now, those are two fantastic examples. I can't argue with those examples. Darnay Holmes is training camp. Darnay Holmes, Trey Hawkins exactly did that. But just think about it right now. Just think the level of excitement since training camp started, especially these Detroit practices, has risen. Why? Because of practice. Because we saw the communication, the chemistry between Daniel Jones and Malik Nabers, and we like, okay, this is what we expected to see, right? Or this is what we were hoping to see, I should say, not necessarily expecting it. So that's all practice. That's getting the timing down is practice. Him the first couple of days of training camp, he was missing some long shots to Jalen Hyatt. And then, as practice progresses, now you're starting to see that timing and he's hitting people in stride. So practice does matter. When I'm saying that practice does matter. What you're saying, though, TP, I think is, if you have a bad practice, that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah. No, so practice absolutely matters. But whether you have a good practice or bad practice, you want to have good practices. But if you do have a bad practice where you're just dropping the ball, if you're in the right spot, if the timing is there, but you just drop the ball. That's I see what you're saying when it comes to like that. Yeah,
that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Here's my rebuttal to that. So, that's a great point. But my point is, so you mean to tell me last season when we was hearing about all this reports about Evan Neal not being ready, Evan Neal this, Evan Neal's not that, we not supposed to listen to that? Because he did exactly what he was doing in practice in the game.
We've seen it in the games.
So
it wasn't
again,
because of practice.
So that's where I have to question it. You've never heard of the term "you practice the way you play," or you play the way that you practice.
But again, when I hear that, when someone has always said that, I'm going by habits. Denzel Washington once said this beautiful quote, right? And you could apply it to life. He said, "Anything that you practice, even bullshit, you become good at."
Right. So therefore, you can have good habits and bad habits, right?
So listen. True. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to, like he said, when it comes to being at the right place at the right time, when it comes to timing, when it comes to like the small details and the different, nuances of the game, right? I 100% agree. That matters. That's where practice is important. But I am saying, as far as performance is concerned, I do not believe, if you have a bad practices, or whatever the case is, you're going to just automatically be bad in the game. And the reason why I bring that up is because, they was on Daniel Jones' heels.
Yes,
like,
rightfully so.
No, it wasn't rightfully so. You go around to any quarterback in the league, and you're going to have some timing issues. Now, it may not be.
Wait a minute. Let me stop you. I'm going to slow you down. The difference between Daniel Jones, because whenever we start comparing quarterbacks, it gets just murky.
You're right.
Daniel Jones does not have the cachet that some of these other quarterbacks have. They can have bad, like Patrick Mahomes can throw 3 interceptions in a row, and nobody's going to bat an eye at it. If Daniel Jones does that, that's front page news.
Talk about antennas is going
that's front
up.
page news, and it sucks. It's not right. I understand it's not right. But he don't got that kind of cachet. He got the one playoff win, but you know how people feel about that. Oh, it was the worst defense ever. Listen, I'm not taking away nothing from that Minnesota game. Like, he set records in that Minnesota game. I would love to get that Daniel Jones every damn game this year. Because if he does something like that, we're looking at 4,000 yards. You know what I mean? We're looking at almost 30 touchdowns if we see something like that. But he don't got that kind of cachet yet. It's not consistent enough. And I think that's why, like you said, Dave, it's front page news every time he does something wrong. Even if it's not even his beard was front page news. Y'all see it? That's
what I'm saying. That's like, it's bananas.
Yo.
And which is fine. If that's front page news, it's fine. But what kills me, and I'm not gonna lie, it gets to me, yo. And
I get it.
I wish I wasn't.
I just got one thing. So you know how we got in camp, right? Like my man Dad said, he been killing it with Neighbors, this, that, and the third. So what if it was the complete opposite, and every single time he threw it to Neighbors, it was a pick? You would not have the same stance, brother. I'm sorry. You would be worried. Because I would be worried.
Man, his car would be parked outside of MetLife, ready to pick him up.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. So we really can't act like what people are doing in practice doesn't matter.
You know what I would think? If he was catching a pick every time he threw it to Neighbors, I would think we got one hell of a corner.
There we go. That's a great way to look at it, but
I would think that.
I'll just say this. I'll just say
that's
this.
Good.
I'll just say this, fellas. I think in response to TP, you're right. It sucks that that's what would be going on. It's not fair at times. I get it. It's not. But big him up over what Dash said. He don't have the cachet. I believe certain quarterbacks are held to a certain standard that if they can do those things, no one's going to get worried. I just think based on the trajectory of DJ's career right now at this point, it doesn't afford him to get that. And it's always going to be, oh, you see, I told you this guy sucks or this and that. Oh, he just threw the 3 picks. Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, those guys can have a bad practice.
Josh Allen, he's the one that gets the most grades.
That's just the way it is, man. But hopefully he does something this year, and maybe down the road, people will say, you know what? he did better last year with all of that going on. Let's see what happens. We just got to see if we can get there, man. You know, fair or not, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I completely agree with the point that it definitely gets murky when you start comparing different quarterbacks, which is like I don't like to always do it, but I like to what I try to do is put it in a perspective, because right when we talk about DJ, people got their glasses on, right?
People ready to fight.
Yeah, you know, like it's crazy, right? I try to take the glasses off sometimes, and the only way that happens is when you bring up a different scenario. But I definitely agree to that point. DJ
See
is
how it is at MetLife.
Yeah. DJ is the Terminator says. DJ's
What up, DJ?
Hell with content creators that walk both sides and who jump on DJ supporter panels, then jump on anti-DJ panels just to increase their follower numbers. We know who you are. Hey, look, man, I will say this, yo. And speaking of the title of this video, pick a side and stay there. Hey, I'm glad you brought that up.
See, that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. People always want you to pick a side, right? I've been a Giants fan for a long time, right? Gonna be a Giants fan after your favorite player leave. That's how I feel. If I'm picking a side, it's the side of the New York Giants every time. Every time. And whatever's best for the New York Giants, that's what I'm rooting for. That's the fact. Now, I'll say this because I feel like he took a shot at me, possibly. I don't know for sure though. Because I've been on both sides. It is what it is. I don't know. Shout out to DJ though, because he be in the videos, he supports and all that stuff. I've seen his name before, and I love the profile pic. I'm just saying, for me personally, when it's the Giants and the betterment of the Giants, like right now, all I want to do is win games. You got people that want to root for losses because they want draft capital and all that other stuff. And I catch flack for that. Yeah.
No sense to me. That makes no damn sense.
I want wins every Sunday. I don't care how we get him. He can throw for 13 yards. I want the W at the end of the day. That's all I care about.
The bye week. Y'all seen the video.
Exactly.
I want us to win the bye week. That's how bad I want us to win every single week.
But you do see a lot of people that do go from side to side, especially if you're on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, and I know you Dave, you said you're not on Twitter, but it is toxic. It's a toxic environment out there.
It's mayhem. He ain't lying at all. It's crazy on
That's why I don't get into it, man. I'm ready to fight. I swear I do.
I'm one of the few people that, because there's like a couple main spaces, where everybody's talking and all that other stuff. And I go from space. If anybody's talking New York Giants football, I'm there. Don't tell me I can't go anywhere because these are anti-DJ or these people will support DJ. If they talking Giants football, I'm there.
That's a fact.
Even if I don't comment, I'm a ghost. But I'm going to hear it. But I appreciate that, because you got people like DJ is the Terminator that are full on, Daniel Jones, MVP possibly. And guess what? If Daniel Jones is the MVP, guess who's going to be waving the flag on every video I drop? It'll be me. So talk about Daniel Jones as the MVP, because guess what? I'm a Giants fan first, and it's going to always be that way.
I say it all the time. I don't want anybody to get it twisted. I 100% respect it. Because one thing I don't do, and I want to make this clear, right? I'm not one of those guys that's going to sit up here and try to act like I know everything. I'll be wrong about shit. And that's just why I love doing this. Me too. It happens. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, yo, I know more than you, man. Listen to me, because no, that's not reality of it. I'm just telling you how I feel. And if I truly believe it, you're gonna see the exchange like how me and David will have. You know what I mean? Because that's how I feel.
Respect, though.
Yeah, and that's the point right there, Dave. And as long as there's a respect level, you can have that kind of communication. Exactly. That's where things go left when the communication is crazy. And and I could tell that a lot of people are young. And you can tell by the way people talk, they ain't never been slapped in the mouth or punched in the face because they talk crazy.
That is a fact.
But when you're around real people, you can have these conversations. And even if you disagree with somebody, there's not a lot of disrespect. It's like, okay, let me listen to this person. Let me listen to your point of view. Let's agree to disagree. And then we move on. Real quick.
Let's introduce
Man Cave.
Good. What's good, Dash?
up,
What's good,
man?
everybody?
What's going on?
What's up,
man?
brother?
Hey, you know, we got into the conversation. I seen you there. I was waiting until we got to the perfect time. I wanted to make sure, you know, we introduced you the right way, man. But yeah, man, we got the man cave in the building, man. Very
What's up, big dog?
informative. You know, definitely make sure that you tuned in over there, because if you're trying to get that information, you're trying to get that knowledge about what's going on about your favorite football team. The man cave is that guy, man. So look, giant salute to you, man. Thank you for tuning in with us, man. I see you, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man. I see you there, man. I don't get to say as thank you as much as I want to, but yo, I see you, man. But go ahead, David.
I was gonna say, man, let's get into this preseason game, man. Let's get into that.
Let's do it. I think
I'm gonna let you lead, bro. Go ahead.
I was about to toss it right back to you, man. I was just gonna say, I think that this preseason game put a lot of things into perspective. It's why I love that first preseason game, is because it really, when we talk about practice and what means something and what doesn't mean something, I think the preseason game is like completely different, right? I think the preseason game, I look at it as an actual game. I think this is something that you could pull a lot from. And I think we officially reached that point to where there's no guessing. I think you're able to see, you know, with your own eyes, what it is and what it ain't. So, David, go ahead, man. Tell me your first of real thoughts, summary of what you've seen in this preseason game, man.
I'm just gonna go basic real quick. Obviously, I love what we saw. We definitely look way better as a team. You know, our depth looks really good. But I just want to highlight the one person, and that was my man. I think it's Dante Johnson.
Deontay
Johnson. That man right there is a dog. And I almost said another word, but that man right there is a dog. And honestly, I felt like McFadden should have played that game, because I think he might be taking him in that position because he's the same size as a Karake. We're gonna see. I'll see what y'all got to think.
I just made a video, man, expressing, you know, how I feel about Michael McFadden, man. And I think he's slept on right now, but I think also that is because we haven't seen him for a little bit. But I'm a big Michael McFadden fan. Jorge, talk to us, man. What you think, man? What's your first thing that comes to mind when you think about this preseason game we just had?
Well, first of all, I think what this preseason game showed me is that the two biggest acquisitions of this offseason, besides our draft class, of course, is Brasillo, I should say, pardon me. Brasillo, the impact this man has had on that offensive line room. Let's talk about how last year we had no depth. No, everybody they threw out there was a turnstile. It was awful. It was awful when the injuries hit. They looked like they didn't even know what the scheme was to do, the blocking assignments last year. There was a attention to detail on the sideline. Every time I saw the camera hit that offensive line on the sideline with Brasillo, his impact on this team is going to be very well read. I love what I saw there. And also Bowen, the run. They are finally going back to Giants football. Point of attack, stop the run, and worry about the pass rush first.
I knew that was something you was looking at too. I knew that was something you was looking at.
The whole time, TP, because I'm like, I don't know how many times I'm at MetLife Stadium. I'm just like, up the gut, 4 yards. Around the corner,
actually, when Dex come out,
Dex out the game. Exactly. Dex out the game, 12-yard gain. I couldn't take it no more. They are emphasizing the run. Shane Bowen's scheme has always been, in the past with Tennessee, very good against the run, and you see it's an emphasis this year. So I just think the physicality is there back with the Giants. I love it. As Dave said, Deontay Johnson, shout out to him. I thought he was the best player on the defense last night. It's a couple days ago. And it's a shame, he's injured now and he's gonna miss a couple of weeks or whatever.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I just heard that today.
We found out what the injury was.
They said it was an ankle, and he's week to week. So, I hope that I hope that he'll be ready for week 1 because I really like what I saw. I was very impressed with his sideline ability. Point of attack physicality. I think McFadden, and it's not a knock on McFadden, but I think it's a possibility that if he ain't watching and Deontay Johnson continues to improve, he might be coming for that spot. He might fit that scheme better than McFadden does for all we know with Bowen. We're going to see soon what his plan is most weeks against passing offenses, but he played very well. But honestly, I'm very, very excited with the fact that both lines, the D line and the offensive line, the point of attack is much improved. And Brasillo has brought an attitude and attention to detail, something I didn't see with Bobby Johnson, fraud ass. I'm so glad that Joker is out of here. All he was just a little snitch and a little cheerleader on the sideline for freaking Dable. We all see it now. I never saw any offensive line got better with that guy. None with him.
I like that. I like that.
Brasillo has attention to detail, and I'm excited to see what we're gonna do with these starters.
I like that one for sure. That's a good point, man. Man Cave, talk to us, man.
Man, first of all, let me say thank you guys, man. You great gentlemen for allowing me on your platform, man. All you guys are great content creators, man. I watch every one of you guys, man. I might leave a comment, I might do something, but I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it, man. But yeah, man. As first that preseason game, y'all loved it, man. Because the first thing I witnessed was the physicality. You know what I'm saying? Like we was not going to get pushed around on either side of the ball.
Yes, sir.
That's what we're saying in the offseason. Like we got to get better in the trenches on both sides of the ball in order to compete. And I'm starting to see that, which is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? I know the offensive line is a little flustered right now because JMS is out right now, so we need to get him back. But as far as, like I said, the right tackle side, man, with Illuminor, man, the way he was putting up, the way he was fighting in them training, I was like, yo, this is what we've been missing, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to put up a fight, not let the quarterback get hit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as in the preseason game, man, I was impressed with Deontay Johnson, Elijah Chapman, Whitley. Names are just rolling off. I'm like, who these guys? Casey Rogers. I'm like, yo, these guys are just bringing it. If we could keep getting that, it almost looked like how the Eagles were like a couple years ago when they kept like rotating all those defensive linemen and keep coming in, keeping them fresh. And I think that was a big thing. Definitely. And as far as the offensive line, I know it's preseason, but I want to see in the regular season, I want to see 3 things. If we could pick up the stunts, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. How to the screen game, because our screen game has been the worst, man. It's like I want to see these guys get out in that second line and get out there and clear a path and push guys out the way for that game. You know what I'm saying? But the stunts is the main thing because our offensive lineman couldn't handle stunts last year, man. I mean, it was like a turnstile. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Like that was Neil.
Right. And what Jorge said, man, Brasillo was one of the biggest acquisition, him and Shane Bowen. Actually, both of them, like a change from Wink and Mike Kafka and stuff like that. Bobby Johnson is, you know what I'm saying? Because with Shane Bowen, like I said, my whole thing this year coming into this year was I know people talking about the pass rush. I'm more about the run D because in the NFC East, you got to stop that run. That's the main important thing. If you can stop the run and make them one dimensional, then you can pin your ears back and punish their quarterback. Right.
That's right. And also one more thing. Shout out to Andrew Phillips. You know what?
He was balling.
People want to talk about his 22% missed tackle rate in college. Listen, man. Listen. I know the eye test shows me what I need to see. That, of course, we can get better at that with tackling. A lot of them young players can. But this dude is fearless. It's never been an issue with me with Andrew Phillips, with his physicality, with his coverage. It was always just the ball skills for me. Just the ball skills for me on taking the ball away. But as far as mixing it up, this is who he's been in Kentucky anyway. Shout out to him, man. I think the slot job is locked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Dash, talk to us.
Yeah, you guys touched on a lot of points. I agree with everything you guys said. The main thing that I saw was a team on the same page. Like whether it was physical, everybody was physical. It wasn't just the linebackers or the D line, the corners, like you said, Jorge. The corners was physical. That corner blitz from Andrew Phillips, the tackle for loss, the Nubin when he went and cleared the guard.
Yeah, he put a hit on that boy.
That type of physicality.
Put him on the back, bro.
We haven't seen a lot of that. I'll take that back. There were certain players that showed that, but the whole team feels like they're giving that kind of energy right now. And even and I said it as soon as I saw that first practice against Detroit. Detroit was the perfect team to bring here this year because of what happened last year. The attitude of their head coach, that team has that same attitude. And for us not to back down against the Detroit Lions, that showed me a lot. They gave me that kind of energy that I wanted to see from this New York Giants team because, we know Detroit is gritty. But guess who else is gritty? New York is gritty. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to that. And I like that. I like that type of energy. I will say this, though. Also, shout out to Saquon Barkley not being here. But guess who ran the ball this week, though? The New York Giants ran the ball this week.
Thank you.
Without Saquon Barkley.
I was the only one, bro.
What?
And piggyback off of that real quick.
Hey, look, David, I thought you was going to go there.
I just want to say this. Turbo
Miller
does not leave this team.
No, I think we keep
Turbo does not leave this team because you can see on the field how much faster he is than everyone.
Yes.
And I think he's a player that he might be the second coming to David Wilson. No cap.
Listen.
I had that argument.
Need him going to Kansas City or something like that. Definitely don't need him going to Kansas City.
Keep four, man. Keep four running backs.
Yeah,
keep
that was my question.
It would be a good decision to keep four. I think Dash is right. You keep four running backs, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got to put them on the practice squad to keep them. So be it. But you can't let that.
I've been getting into arguments in the comment section, right? The videos, and people like, you know what? They like I said, I like Turbo too. I want to see him play in the game. That's what I kept telling people. And everybody's like, you know what? We can get rid of Gray. Gray ain't showing us nothing. I said one thing about running backs. You can't judge a running back off of practice because they play thud. They don't tackle to the ground. And if you got a guy that can break a tackle and we saw it. And every one of those guys, we haven't seen Singletary play yet. He's on the team. We already know that. But to see this kind of, to see these guys run the ball, this production, like you said, production from the guys behind the starter.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that. And that was behind the second team offensive line. So I can't wait to see this first team offensive line, man.
That's a fact.
Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say, man, I'm gonna be 1,000% real with y'all, man. I wasn't a big fan of Eric Gray, like a lot of. And to be honest, you know,
he
man,
didn't show us
a lot
anything.
of it was
tough to be. I don't blame him. He didn't do anything, and then he was bad at punt returns last year too. So
he
it's
was
like
just tucked away.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, yo, and I'm gonna keep it real. The punt return thing was a big part of it. That was pissing me off. That was pissing me off.
Rightfully so, because it's game time. We can't be doing that.
I heard his name.
Yep.
I heard his name being brought up more and more during camp. So I was just like, okay, well, maybe there's something, you know, that people are seeing that maybe I'm missing, right?
Right.
But the performance that he put on, man, I was just like, okay, nah, there's something there, man. There's something there. Because
you see him set that guy up for that juke.
Oh my God!
Hit him with the Madden.
Did you hear the story about that?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did y'all hear the story about that dude? Because apparently that was a dude he got into a fight with in camp.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, well, that was the dude that hit him, right?
Yeah, he caught him on that field and gave him the business.
I saw it. It was a dirty hit, bro. It was a dirty hit.
I was so happy for Eric Gray because, like I said, the only thing I could hold on to with Eric Gray was the Oklahoma tape.
Right.
Like I kept telling people, like, if you see him at Oklahoma, he's one cut and he's gone. He's one cut.
Yeah.
And he got 17 carries the whole season last year. The whole season. And most of those were for any running back to try to get in kind of, you know, when Saquon is getting 30 carries in a game, you're talking 17 for the whole season.
Running to the lineman's back. That's what Saquon doing.
Yeah, so like I was so happy to see him have a game like that. 2 touchdowns. We saw the first one, but he's the only guy I think right now that's between the tackles. But I also want to shine a little bit of light on Tyrone Tracy because he showed some physicality as well. Those tough 3 yards, 4 yards, not going down with with first contact. I think we got a nice set of running backs right now. I think we got a nice set of running backs.
I think he has the highest ceiling of the three.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
He's got a lot of ability, man. And I think, the Giants might have caught a break here because the carries, he didn't get a lot of carries in college because he started as a receiver. So that's going to actually help him because that's going to help him with the wear and tear on his body, because he's strong. He broke tackles. He hit the hole. And you could see the talent is there. I think that I see why they like him a lot. I do.
So the one thing I just want to say is real quick is just that the analytics that the Giants are selecting players on is working. Because my man Tyrone, I think he had a stat for like being the best back in the league for breaking tackles.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And he came in and did exactly that.
Right.
Hey, so look, Man Cave, I'll let you kick this one off, man. Let me ask you this. We seen the main two quarterbacks. I mean, Drew Lock and then Tommy DeVito. And then look, man, when Tommy DeVito entered the game, man, you would have thought like the man was coming onto the field because the crowd, even rose up to their feet and was making some noise, man.
My man Drew was still on the field hurt. And they was cheering for DeVito. I was like,
yeah, right. That was crazy.
Right? For that.
That was wild. But my question is, man, now after we've seen these two after their first preseason game, you kind of really just got more of the feel of what is what. I'm not saying this is the end all be all,
right?
But what do you think? Where should we go as far as it? Well, Drew Lock is injured, so I know that kind of really settles it. But where do you go as far as what to do with these quarterbacks is concerned, and who should be where?
Oh, sure. You already know. I'm never been a big Drew Lock fan because I didn't think he was really good either, and in college and in the NFL. Because, like I said, he went to Denver and he couldn't even take that job over there, and Denver ain't even had no quarterback. So I never really trusted him over there. But as far as that, I always think Drew Lock should be like the third string quarterback. DeVito should be number 2, and they should not put him on the practice squad because he's not going to clear waivers. They're going to take him. So if the Giants if they have to keep 3 quarterbacks, they're going to have to keep 3 quarterbacks. But if they only have to keep 2, I'll take DeVito and see if we can just cut Drew Lock in. But his money is guaranteed, so that's the only reason he'll stay on the team. But I think he's a third string quarterback to me. So it ain't even no competition or nothing. DeVito is the backup to me. I don't even look at Drew Lock.
Just going off of what you're saying, isn't there like a rule where we're allowed to keep a quarterback that we can't dress or something like that?
I think it's
talking about the emergency quarterback.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. That'd be Drew Lock.
I think they're going to keep 3 quarterbacks, and I think the main reason is, look what happened last year to all these teams that just lost their quarterbacks. I mean, the boom in backup quarterbacks playing was on a level I've never seen in all the years I've seen the NFL.
Right.
So I think it is imperative that every team keeps at least 3 quarterbacks. I think they're going to keep Lock and DeVito. I don't think there's any scenario they're letting DeVito try to.
Answer this question. Listen,
I just think we got to see who's going to be the actual backup, because at the end of the day, if you break it down, DeVito knows the offense already. He already knows the playbook anyway as is. He's already won a couple of games last year with the team, so Dable knows him. Lock clearly doesn't know what he's doing. Lock clearly isn't that good anyway. And let me say this, okay? Let me say this, guys. And I'm talking to all the listeners out there and all those Daniel Jones haters, right? Now, as y'all know, I am not the biggest Daniel Jones guy right now. But one thing I am not here to take that I had to hear all season. Drew Lock is not better than Daniel Jones. Stop it. Stop it out there, okay? The Daniel Jones hate is just crazy right now. That y'all was actually telling everyone that Drew Lock was better than him. He's going to take the job. Are y'all serious? And y'all wanted that? Y'all actually wanted that?
Yeah,
did you see the story the other day?
I'm gonna get in on this one. So when Daniel Jones first got hurt, actually when we signed Drew Lock, I'll start there. I really didn't think Daniel Jones was going to be ready when he was ready.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to start the season on the pup list, and I looked at the Drew Lock signing. He wasn't the number one guy on my list. I wanted Tyrod Taylor back, but Tyrod, you knew he was gone. It's about the money. Also, it's about them playing Tommy DeVito over him too when he came back and when he was healthy. So I don't think Tyrod was even going to come back, but he did get the bag with the Jets. He did get the bag. But one thing I thought about with Drew Lock, I said, when we picked him up, I said at least Drew Lock is going to throw that ball. That's what I said. And then the first preseason game, I'm looking at this guy like,
So I got a theory about that, bro, because my man was too open. So I feel like they told him do not throw the ball. Like I feel like they just wanted to see what Neighbors was going to do out there, but my man was too open for you not to throw it, bro. So I felt like they told him do not throw the ball to Neighbors.
Okay, so if that's that
excuse. You know what I was thinking though? You know what I was thinking? I was thinking they was trying to see if Neighbors. I think that was deliberately done by Dable not to throw the ball to Neighbors just to see how he would react. And I think
that's what I'm saying.
I think that's
you guys thinking too hard.
I'm like, yo, is that really what y'all came up with?
I mean, like I said, he was too open.
He was wide open.
I know.
Yeah,
my man's was open for 2 touchdowns, easy money, and he didn't even look at him. I'm like,
and that's the thing, and that's the part right there that tells me that I feel like he told him not to throw the ball because you didn't even look. You didn't even look.
But that's not even that was bad. Now that was really bad because that's taking points off the board. But also, like Azudu already gets enough bad rap, right? That first sack was not on Azudu. That man held that ball for what 5 seconds and then went outside the pocket. Azudu did exactly. And then the interception, double coverage to Isaiah Hodgins. Are you kidding me? What? I said as soon as I saw that, I said, and I was in the spaces we was watching it live. I said, you know what? I'm ready for DeVito. I'm ready for DeVito. And then next thing you know, he gets kneed in the hip. He got the hip pointed, the oblique now, and he gonna be gone. Let me tell you something, Tommy DeVito. If you're listening, I don't know what kind of mob ties you have. It looked like a simple knee to the hip, and now this man is gone for weeks.
Scared to come back.
That's
out.
Mob ties. That's them DeVitos. That's them DeVitos, man.
Like, you gonna get hurt this week.
Take advantage of the snaps you're gonna get next week because he's gonna get a lot of snaps next week.
So who's the guy? Who's on your radar?
Let me say this because
nobody.
Let me say this because I actually, man, Cave, look, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I wasn't a big fan of Drew Lock. I never been, man. And let me tell you this one thing. I always, that player where there's something you just don't like about him.
Mm-hmm.
With Drew Lock, that's always how I felt, man. It was just like I didn't understand how he was getting some of the recognition that he was getting at one point in his career. And I just was just like, man, he is just not good to me, right? And I will say this, if I'm being honest, when he played us, when he was on the Seahawks, I thought I was just like, you know what? Maybe there is something to this guy. And then
now you know what it was? It was poor tackling.
Yeah,
he hit that tight end. He hit that tight end on a 5-yard out, and he ran them 60 yards down the field off broken tackles. Come on, man.
Yeah, right.
And let's be fair. He did beat the Eagles too on a good.
He did beat the Eagles, and salute to that.
We'll give him his moment.
Papa Lou says it was the Young Jeezy rap. Yo, it could have
been. Yeah. Look, I like the swag.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Shout out to Papa Lou.
Says Dash is in the building. TP Way out here doing Nick Fury things. I'm all the way in. Gentlemen, I believe we will put an unrelenting foot on the necks of the NFC East and the rest of the league. Giants, salute to Papa Lou, man. Thank you for tuning in, bro. We appreciate you. And yes, sir, I'm with you all the way. Is
Papa Lou's last name Lewis? Is he a Lewis? Because I'm a Lewis. I wonder.
Oh, shit.
You might be family.
Hey, so look, with us keeping 4 running backs, and let's say we keep all 3 quarterbacks, then that means we're gonna have to cut short at receiver, right?
So I mean, there's a lot of guys we can cut. to keep put on the practice squad.
Listen, a lot of people have been bringing up
Put Azuki on the practice squad.
A lot of people have been bringing up getting rid of Isaiah Hodgins, right? Now, me personally, I don't know how y'all feel. I am not a fan of that shit, man. I
think he plays his role.
This conversation.
I think he plays his role. I don't think we're gonna get anything special out of him besides a possession catch that we need. That's it. I feel like if he's the guy where we just need a catch, I feel like we could throw him the ball. But anything else besides that, I think he's at the bottom of the list.
Oh man, wait! I got a question for you. See, I believe. Oh, all right. So his last name is Lewis. Shout out to you. We might be family. We might be family. Oh, he from Trenton too. Okay. I got family in DC too, so it is what it is. But no, hold on, I forgot what I was talking about now. What we were talking about?
We was talking about Isaiah Hodgins.
Yeah. So Dave. So I think we keep 6 wide receivers, right? I think six is that number. We already know the top 4 guys, right? The top 4 guys: Neighbors, Slayton, Hyatt, Wandell. Yep. And then I'm putting Hodgins in that 5th spot, and I think the 6th spot is going to be whoever wins kick return, whether it's Gunner, McKenzie. Who are you putting in front of Hodgins?
McKenzie off the team.
No arguments.
That's
get out of here.
No arguments.
Out of here.
But Hodgins to me, and a lot of people, they keep saying the same name, Allen Robinson. I'll take Allen Robinson over Hodgins. Hodgins is younger. Hodgins already has chemistry with Daniel Jones. Right. And I'm taking that as the upside. Allen Robinson is here for a cup of coffee. If he makes a team,
let's talk. What are we doing?
That's a fact.
But I like what's my name? Bryce.
Don't say it. Don't say
it. Bro, hey, listen, bro. Let's be real. When the last year when he was coming into his own, the game where I felt like he was about to show what he could really do, he got hurt.
Yeah.
And if you look at his frame, if you look at what he can do, he's a very good prospect. So I would like to keep him around. We already know what we're gonna get in McKenzie. We already know what we're gonna get in Hodgins, but you cannot say that he'll make you think.
Okay, so Bryce Ford Wheaton, now you can't teach 6'4" and a 4'3". You can't teach that.
Nope.
I will say this: when he played at West Virginia, you didn't see 4'3". And a lot of people will say the same thing. His game speed ain't 4'3", huh?
From my understanding, he was green behind the ears.
He was. Absolutely right. But when you get him to the Giants, every time he has a chance. Now I'm saying this year. Last year he popped a little bit, especially in practice. This year you haven't. Huh?
Sorry, I like that comment, Athens. Let him know. Let him know, brother. Let him know.
I mean, listen, it is what it is. He talking about Tibbs only feasted against the. He not counting Tibbs. Listen, we can have that conversation too. But no,
yeah.
But I'll let it hear that.
We'll do it after. We'll get to it. We'll get to it after. We'll get to it.
But not for Bryce Ford Wheaton. Like I said, I'm rooting for Bryce Ford Wheaton, but he has not done anything yet, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's a fact.
And that's it. Now, I seen Hodgins. Minnesota game. I see Hodgins.
I was there. I with my own eyes. I was there.
Give me Hodgins. What he did for this team in 2022. Sorry to cut you off, Dave, but what Hodgins did in 2022 off the street and came in and lifted the team. He helped Daniel Jones and with what was going on. He had a good second half when he got here. He cooked. What's the old boy name that keep talking about
Patrick Peterson?
Yeah.
Patrick Peterson.
Cooked him in 2 games, man. Come on, we got to keep him. I just think he's the right fit. And if you have to tell me the 6th receiver, I'm probably taking Gunner because of his value of special teams. He took a freaking punt and kickoff back last year, I think, against the Rams last year. I was there, and I just think his value with the new kickoff and rules. I think his value should be on the team more than McKenzie. McKenzie's trash. Get him out of here. To
that point about Gunner, they better be lucky Dante Miller ain't back there doing kick returns, because both of them could be gone. In all honesty, because if Tracy and Miller can show that they can do things in the kick return, you probably won't even need Gunner, and then you can have both Hodgins and whoever the hell else you want on the squad.
Right. That's a
fact. That's a fact. And yo. And just that quick punt return point. Look, there was a lot of I know it was raining and there was a lot of drop balls, but there was only one person that I seen that was consistently catching the rock back there on punt return. So I'm just saying.
Mackenzie did muff it a little bit. Yeah, he did. He sure did.
Right. That's a fact. But look, we'll end it. We'll end it on this note here, man. Let's get this little argument settled, okay? Because I think what's going on is I think David is low key acting like this dude right here because he.
No, this man sees with his eyes. He sees with his eyes.
There's a lot of people that feel that way. There's a lot of people that feel that way. Not me though.
I don't
not
get
me.
it.
But there's a lot of
people saying stuff like that. But
hold on,
so this is
what man cave? What you said?
I don't feel that way either, though. I don't feel that way.
Come on, man. Come on, yo. So look. First of all, his username looks fishy. Like I don't even know what Yo, David over here using his burner account over it now.
Hey, low key, I might have to get one to see if y'all can tell.
Anthony says KT only feasted against Washington, Jets, and Pats.
What about the Ravens, Athens? What about the Ravens game in 2022?
Remind them, man.
Right. All he did was win us the game.
Lamar Jackson.
Come on, KT cleaned up and had sacks fall in his lap.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said all he did was win us the game. Is what you said?
It. I mean, wait. All right. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Okay.
Come on.
Okay, you got me on that.
I don't get that.
You got me on that one. Okay, that sounds crazy. But what I mean by that is, yes, that's the. I can only give him maybe 2 plays that he made in that Ravens game.
All right.
That's
so
it.
They were important.
I'll say something very quick. I blame this on analytics. Everybody can pay for a subscription and get analytics, and all of a sudden there's all these new analytics that's coming out, and you can judge people on how fast they got to the quarter. The man had 11. What do you have? 11 and a half sacks. 11. I've never seen anybody complain about 11 and a half sacks the way Giants fans have complained about 11 and a half sacks.
That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying.
So let me tell you. Hold on. If he falls into 20 sacks this year, you gonna be mad about that too? Because it was only in 4 games. It was only in 4 games. He had 20 sacks. You're gonna be like, you know what? That's only 4 games. So
the worst
we don't
right. I see. And he got the man jersey on.
We're not gonna respect those 20 sacks because they fell in his lap. He didn't work for him.
The worst of all time. He's
so
he had 8 sacks against the Commanders. It doesn't matter.
So when the only time this conversation is going to matter is when it's time to get paid. That's the only time y'all gonna bring this up. When it's time to get paid and he wants $60 million a year, I bet y'all gonna go back like, oh.
I tell you what though, and he already let it be known. He's not giving no hometown discounts. Like Tibbs, you can't.
If you can't create no pressure on your own, my boy, you're not getting it.
But guess what? We won't see that though, because now it's even worse because he got Dex and Brian Burns on the other side.
No such thing. There's gonna be no such thing. It's gonna be no such thing.
His numbers should go up.
Honestly, man, let's just keep it 100. Do y'all expect Kayvon to get a second contract?
Why not?
Let's keep it 100.
I mean, listen,
why not?
It's asking price.
I'll say this. I'll say this. In the next
real quick, and with that, is he going to be paid top 5 in his position? Because you know that's the leverage.
Okay, hold on, because Brian Burns just got paid, and he had how many sacks last year?
Yeah, 8 double digits.
Nah, it was 8 last year. The year before that, it was like 11, right? The year before that was 11. But last year, I think it was like 8 or 9, and he got paid. So if I would do this if I was Joe Schoen, right? The next 2 drafts, I'm getting somebody on the edge just in case I can't afford Kayvon Thibodeau.
That's all I ask.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you already know that it's a possibility that he might not pan out.
No, I don't think so.
But that's a different conversation, though.
He gonna get tagged, though. That's for sure. We got 3 more years.
Oh yeah,
he get tagged.
I think the only way he doesn't return on the second contract is if he prices himself out. Not that he's not good enough to get the contract.
Absolutely.
You know, Joe Schoen, the type of negotiator he is, he has his price. He's not gonna go over anything that he doesn't feel is necessary. That's just how he does business, and that's how a good GM does business. So we'll see that down the road. We'll see. Listen, it's a good problem to have. I hope this is I hope
100%.
you know what I'm saying? I hope that this is a topic down the road, so we be talking about like, man, he really deserves that money, man. I don't know what we're gonna do. Listen,
I hope he did it.
Shout out to Athens too, man. Shout out to Athens. I like the conversation that you're bringing, but I can already tell you got that PFF subscription. You got the PFF subscription. I know you do. The PFF, it's all in the comments.
Right.
Oh man. So look, we're gonna end it on that, man, because I don't want to hold y'all up, man, too much longer. Listen, Big Dash, Man Cave. I mean this, man. I truly mean it. Thank y'all for taking some time out, man, to rock with us and showing a consistent love, man. We appreciate that, man.
Thanks for stopping through.
Let's just do this. We'll start up top with Jorge, David, Man Cave, and then Big Dash. If y'all have just any closing words, man, please let them know where they could go to your channel and subscribe to you and you know, get to know where you at. And then we'll go ahead, man, and call it a night.
Well, listen, you guys can go to my channel, Born for Sports, BORN 4 SPORTZ. The ad is at Born for Sports 75. Listen, I talk all sports. I talk Giants, of course. You know I love the Giants, Knicks, Mets. Anything you guys want to talk about, come stop through, man. We do it big, and you know, we just getting started. And I appreciate all the love people have been giving me, you know, and everything. And listen, let's go Giants, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, and also one more thing. Sorry, guys. One more thing. Shout out to my Section 330 crew. What's happening? Much love. I can't wait to see y'all soon. We talking every day. Y'all gonna see some good things. Anyone is in MetLife Week 1, come stop by the tailgate, baby.
Man, I'm jealous of shit, man. I'm jealous of shit, man. I'm jealous, man.
Hey, I'm lit, boy. I'm lit.
Lieutenant's about to be out there, man. Look, I you know, I told wifey, I'm like, look, man, you sure there any way we could, you know, make the trip happen? But go ahead, Dave.
All right, so as y'all know, man, I'm the Giant Way. I'm pretty much active just on TikTok. I'm definitely gonna start being more active on YouTube, but you know, I just gotta get my setup straight. So don't really have too many videos out on YouTube, but definitely, you know, follow me, especially on TikTok, man. That's where I be clowning at. I try to keep Giants fans something to look at on there. Always, you know, something funny, you know, something crazy. So definitely just reach out to me. You know, I'm very, very responsive. So if anybody, you know, got any comments or want to collaborate, you know, just hit me up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, man, thank you guys for having me on this platform with all these great content creators, man. You know, you can find me at my YouTube channel, The Man Cave Podcast. You know, I do Giants, Knicks content as well. And this fall, I'm going to be doing Duke basketball. You know, I like Duke. So, you know, I'll be doing some more Duke basketball. So, you know, and shit, I'll come on you guys' channel. Likewise, you can come on my channel, or you can find me also at the Big Blue Crew. You know, so I'd be on there, or, you know, on their channels, you know, Dash be on there. So, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, just check out our channels, man. Subscribe to all these great content creators, man. Because like I said, we keep in the real and we talk that real stuff, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's a fact. Yeah, no, first, again, I appreciate you guys having the conversations. Again, I tune in. Even if I don't comment, I'm always listening. I'm always in there. I might be doing something. I love the conversation so much. I wanted to hop on, pause, and it was I had fun. Fellas. I appreciate the conversation. Whenever, wherever people are talking Giants football, man, I'm gonna be there in some form or fashion because I love the team so much. So, like I said, I just appreciate what you guys are doing. TP Way, you got something good going, fella. You got something good. I do follow you on TikTok as well. You hella funny.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nah, and Dave, you too. Yeah, you be busy. I see you, man.
Oh,
you
yeah,
be busy out there. Yeah, I was like, all right, yeah, you keep it moving. But yo, I can't wait for this year to get started.
Yeah,
like the real games. Let me tell you, and like I said, I talk this Giant stuff because I love to do it. It's fun to me. Whenever you guys want to holler, just let me know. I'll be there. Yeah, just give me a day or two in advance. I got a family. You know, you got something doing. But nah, for real though, man, I appreciate it. And yo, keep up the good work, everybody that's up here, man. Keep up the good work. Section 33. I follow you guys on Instagram. Y'all be getting busy too. And then Man Cave, man, I thought Man Cave and that guy was two different people. For a while,
bro.
For a while.
Are you for real? Are you for real? Okay.
He be showing a lot of love. Like I didn't put 2 and 2 together for a while. Then I saw, I was like, oh, that's the same guy. All right. Yeah, that's what's that's what's up though, man. Because like I said, you be sending me the messages on Instagram. I'll be getting them. I'll be watching them too. Yeah, but no, but shout out to everybody out here, man. Everybody that's supporting the New York Giants the right way. Even if you support them the wrong way too. If you wearing that big blue and rocking with big blue, I'm with you. Pretty much. I'm in the car. And I'm not getting out the car. Until we get to the destination, and that's the Super Bowl. And we got 5 years to do that to keep the streak alive.
That's Jorge, one more thing, Jorge. Yo, we're gonna be there November 3rd, man. Big Blue Crew gonna be there tailgating at the MetLife against the Commanders. So I'll be there, man, November 3rd. I'll be looking for your section, bro.
Yo, come see me and my crew, bro. J8, baby. We doing it big every week, man. J8. Okay. Everybody invited. We have a good time, It's all love, man. It's all love, baby.
I feel like you, TP, man. I'm so far away, man. I can't even I went to the San Francisco game last year because that's where I was. I'm in Arizona now. I'm like, man, I'm trying to do the 20. I want that Eagles game bad. I see if I can make it happen. All my folks,
I know, man.
All my folks is out there. My mom still live in Jersey. They all out in Jersey still. I'm the only one that's on the West Coast, really. But I'm trying hard for that one. Trying hard for that one.
Let me know, Dash. We be out there.
Oh, them 100%. 100%.
PP, come on, baby. We gonna talk, bro. We gonna have to.
Yo, man. That's a fact, man.
Wait a minute. How far are you, TP?
TP be there.
I'm in Michigan, man. I'm in Michigan.
Wow. Okay.
Right now, I'm from Virginia. New York is my second home, man. But I'm visiting my peoples. Right now, I'm in Virginia, so I'm out of the office right now. I don't got the usual setup, but so like the game I'm going to this year is the Cleveland game.
Okay,
and so
makes sense.
When David already told me that he was going to the first joint, I'm sitting there like, oh, I know they're gonna be lit, man, and I already know. I see. I've been following Jorge and Born for Sports for a minute, so I already know what type of time the 3:30 crew gonna be on. And let me say this too, man, while I'm at it. I just y'all don't even know what that just simple exchange right there when you mentioned the Big Blue Crew, actually going to be at the game. We have Taquan Lewis, who's also said he's going to be in section 32 right here. Look, man, I just 321, 321,
baby.
Look, one thing that is big to me, man, is just even outside of football, man, to have people unite, man, and just be where everyone is just showing love as positive vibes. That's another reason on why I go hard with this thing and try to, brand this thing out. And I like working with different people is because, especially even if we look at this group, we all have responsibilities. Especially us being men, we all have a lot that is going to be on our back. So the fact that we could all come together like this, take some time to just not worry about that for a second, enjoy great football, enjoy a sport that we love. Y'all can unite, and that cycle just grows and grows. That means a whole lot to me, man. So the fact that y'all was just able to just even connect just like that, I'm not even gonna lie, that made me feel good. So
Blue fan, baby.
Y'all definitely, man. Look. Get with the 3:30 crew. We're not hard to find. If you need me to relay a message or to get anything, let me know.
I was looking for tickets in that section too, man. That's exactly where I went.
Listen, the only reason why I didn't book my tickets in there is because me and the buddy's flying down there from Minnesota because he's from Minnesota. So he wanted more bang for his buck, the experience. So he wanted to be in the lower.
It wasn't that many tickets when I looked too in that section. Wasn't that many tickets left?
I think it was not Dash. I'm not for nothing. I saw the other day. They got some tickets there right now for week 1. I'm just saying.
It was for me. It was the Philly game. It was the Philly game. That's what because I hate Philadelphia. I hate them. I hate them. Yeah.
But look, man, on that note, man, look, thank you everybody who has tuned in. Again, y'all have been just showing out, especially this week. I appreciate y'all, everybody who's been engaged in the comments, everybody who's been subscribed, welcome, and thank y'all. Giant salute to each and every one of you. And until next time.
Let's go, John.